The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, this is TVWAN News. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, notice to airmen on Jackson lifted, dinghies for Hiri coastline, and Australia for third crown. As of 12 midday today, the notice to airmen on Jackson International Airport has been lifted. This means domestic flights resumed later this afternoon. NAC issued the NOTAM to conduct safety and security assessment on the terminal and airside this morning, following the unauthorized entry of 17 police officers onto the airside.
National Airports Corporation Managing Director Rex Kiponge, before lunch today, announced that the notice to airmen on NOTAM had been lifted. Domestic flights resumed later this afternoon. Mr. Kiponge said the NAC security team had to conduct safety and security assessment on the terminal and airside this morning, following the unauthorized entry of 17 police officers onto the airside.
From the point of entry to where the aircraft landed last night, they entered an area that is sterilized, and from the point of entry to where they came and picked me up has now been contaminated. So as part of our internal process, insofar as compliance issues are concerned, it's NAC's mandated function that we do our own internal assessments to ensure that the safety and security of the traveling public and the airline operators is guaranteed.
NAC has apologized to the traveling public and the airline operators for what had transpired.
We reiterate to the media the NOTAM issue to domestic operations has got nothing to do with my arrest last night. It's got nothing to do with it. This is a process that I need to go through. This is a process that anyone can go through. It's got nothing to do with my arrest.
Jemima Sukba, TV1 News.
The Hiri local level government of Central Province launched 2 brand new dinghies to carry out sea patrol activities along the Hiri coastline. The 2 boats with 70 horse-powered motors each were purchased by the Central Provincial Government at more than 300,000 kina.
2 brand new dinghies have been launched to carry out sea patrol activities along Hiri coastline of Central Province. The investment is by the Central Provincial Government and will service 30,000 to 50,000 people in the Hiri, LLG and neighboring coastal areas. The dinghies are fully kitted and custom-made by the LNA construction as per requirements by the National Maritime Safety Authority. Central Provincial Administrator Francis Kwaba said the patrol boats will help with sea rescue as well.
With the initiative of the CEO, then the LLG manager for Hiri, who is now the CEO for Hiri, through his submission to the President, eventually a submission was put forward to the Provincial Executive Council under the leadership of then Governor Robert Agrobe to ensure we purchase this.
Kwaba said the first 5 to 10 minutes is vital in sea search and rescue. He urged LLG ward members to know NMSA emergency numbers well in case they may need to call for help. Member for Hiri Koyari, Keith Iduhu, said he has big development plans for Hiri Koyari.
I am hopeful, and in this term, we must start what I'd like to declare as the Hiri Koyari Satellite City Authority. This authority will then encapsulate or capture the revenue streams of the district and the province. But as we do this, this is a long-term legislation that we should drive, supported by the land legislation I've been professing about and talking strongly about on the floor of Parliament.
Iduhu said he has embarked on drafting a private member's bill to take to Parliament. The bill is to safeguard Hiri Koyari land in preparation for an expected spillover of NCD metropolitan expansion and population. Frida Kana, TV1 News.
Goroka Secondary is the only senior high school in Eastern Highlands Province, with a total of 3,079 students and 93 teachers. Recently, a graduation ceremony was held for the grade 12 students who are passing out this year. Goroka Secondary on record produced some of the prominent leaders like former PM Peter O'Neill, current member for Finchafan Rainbow Paita, and National Court Judge Justice Panuel Mogish. Justice Panuel Mogish, who was the guest of honor, urged all students to aim high as they start a new chapter. He said the journey hasn't stopped and urged them to work extra hard to achieve their goals and dreams. School Principal Peter Hasu thanked all his hardworking teachers and auxiliary staff for their efforts put towards the school, ending on a good note. This is TV1 News. Stay tuned for more after the break.
With BSP Internet Banking, you can enjoy your banking at home, at work, or wherever you are. BSP Personal Internet Banking allows you to view your accounts and transactions, transfer money, bill pay, schedule future payments, or access your bank statements. Visit your nearest BSP branch to register now. BSP Internet Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Whether we're playing sport, exercising for fitness, being active for work or play, just having some fun, or just chilling, there is one name we can count on that we know will keep us going strong. Skell Rice. Healthy, nutritious, delicious medium grain rice full of vitamins and minerals. Skell helps us maintain a healthy, active lifestyle so we can enjoy every day.
Skell Rice. Skell Life.
Open Nets.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier but you like it more.
Welcome back. An inaugural two-day workshop has hosted by the Department of Information and Communication Science opened up a dialogue with IT managers from all central government agencies about the much talked about digital transformation process. The event, which began on the 9th of November 2022, was hosted by the Business Council of PNG, presenting the Private Government Connect 3 2022 in partnership with the Department of ICT and BSP Financial Group. The Department of Information and Communication Science opened up a dialogue with IT managers from all central government agencies about the much talked about digital transformation process. During the forum, Executive Manager for Digital Government and Shared Services, Department of ICT, Robertson Asari, spoke about digital services and critical infrastructure update.
Because you're a transformation officer, your function is to transform, look at every services, e-agriculture, e-justice, e-voting, and take ownership on how you're going to transform those services into a digital system. In that way, you decentralize those functions and you empower those agencies to grow, to be able to be resilient, to understand, go for training. So we are talking about training facilities. So it's a holistic approach.
On day 2 of the conference, Minister for ICT Timothy Masiu spoke about the Digital Government Act 2022, highlighting the important provisions to driving the digital transformation agenda. Masiu called for a collaborative effort from all government agencies as well as the private sector partners. This DTO's workshop serves as a critical milestone. This workshop will now unpack all the efforts my department has made to commence our journey. These efforts include, just to name a few, the cloud-based digital building blocks, the government shared services and cybersecurity initiatives. One important effort is training and capacity building. The Department Secretary Stephen Matainaho explained the digital transformation journey, from where it began, where it is now, and where the department is going in the future. You will see there is a coherent timeline moving from policy to legislation, to capacity building, and now to implementation. The department is confident that it is moving in the right direction by hosting the first government-to-government conference and workshop to inform and inspire the digital transformation officers in all government agencies to understand, own, and drive the digital transformation agenda. 29 electrical professionals sat for their 2-day electrical examinations starting on Thursday, November the 10th in TVWAN. New Ireland was chosen as the first province to host a regional examination for the electrical licensing examination under the recently established National Energy Authority. The subjects examined are theory of applied electricity, and PNG wiring rules. The electrical professionals work in the resource sector, including at Lihir, Simberi, Polyamba, and other private contractors. Acting Managing Director of NEA Ronald Meketa said the energy sector and electricity industry in Papua New Guinea is coming under stricter regulation after the national government set up the National Energy Authority in July 2021. Meketa said applicants who sat for the exam had to pass a number of criteria, including being a holder of an electrical trade certificate and electrical engineering graduate and must possess at least 5 years of work experience. He said NEA is striving to get more independent power suppliers on board to help solve the issue of constant power outages, which PNG Power has failed to manage. Samarai Murua District now has its District Development Authority in place for the new term of Parliament after MP Isi Henry Leonard and his board members were officially sworn in early this week. Minister Leonard, who is also the Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, was sworn in as the chairman of the DDA.
The swearing-in ceremony for board members of the Samarai Murua District Development Authority was sworn in this week after a week-long consultation between DDA members and LLG heads at Bogoya Station on Misima Island. The ceremony was officiated by District Court Magistrate and Commissioner for Oaths, Rebecca Kwayaila. The meetings were held with the Health, Education, Lands, Fisheries, Finance and Treasury, and Law and Justice sectors to finalize a 100-day plan for the district. In his remarks, DDA Chairman and Samarai Murua MP, Isi Henry Leonard, said the swearing-in of board members was necessary in getting district programs off the ground. He emphasized that the DDA is governed by its own mandate to serve the people. The government expects returns from investments such as roads, wharves, airstrips, hospitals, and education that supported business ventures, among others. The 4 rural local level governments were represented by their presidents: Madiu Peter from Bwana Bwana LLG, Sami Fifita from Louisiade LLG, Stalin Kitaiga from Muruha LLG, and Bernard Jack from Yaleyamba LLG. Church representative is Pastor Sigi Philip. Women representative is Rosemary Katuelia, and the youth are represented by Silitao Kotauga. After the swearing-in ceremony, the DDA board sat for its first meeting. Carol Kidu Jr., TVWAN News.
The Lay School of Nursing recently sworn in and inducted inaugural members of its governing council board. The nursing school had no board in place since its establishment in 1965. The 7 members who were inducted on Wednesday, November the 9th, have a momentous task ahead of them. 7 members of the Lay School of Nursing Governing Council Board were sworn in on Wednesday morning. CEO of the Morbe Provincial Health Authority, Dr. Kipas Binga, is the chairperson of the board, while his deputy is Mark Jungen. The ex-officio member of the board is acting principal Pauline Bomario, while the other board members are John Karani, Grace Tewang, Lengi Dering, and Harvey Kitoria. Bomario said from the office of the principal, having a board in place will empower the decision-making process, especially in relation to development projects. The School of Nursing was previously under the Department of Health, then the Department of Education, and recently was amalgamated under DHEST. Bomario said that was when they received the directive that all institutions should have a board in place. And that ends the news segment. Sports is next. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Susan, I want something.
And Sunshine Nutri-Strong. And new blue packet Sunshine milk.
Ah, Sunshine got new blue packet milk.
Yes, and good walking coffee, tea, na baking scone too. Sunshine Nutri-Strong. And scale on making Milo or milk belong all picking long drink too.
Nice yeah.
And now Sunshine Nutri-Strong. And we got vitamins and minerals too.
Sunshine Nutri-Strong, the new nutritious milk from Sunshine.
How would you describe your mother?
My mom is beautiful.
She is strong like Superman.
I love my mom because she always takes care of me.
My mom, she's so patient and loving. I feel she's always around.
Caring. She works so hard and always wants the best for me.
She's soft like her love.
My mom is everything, and I don't know what I'd do without her.
Softland, fragrance of a mother's love.
When you're spending time with family, when you've got a big day ahead, when you have given it all you've got, when you're putting on a feast, that's when you want the best. That's when you want flame rice. New flame rice. Win him, Olgeta.
Welcome back. Australia kept themselves on course for a third successive crown as they edged New Zealand in a thrilling 16-14 victory in the 2021 Rugby League World Cup semi-finals at Elland Road in Leeds. The Kangaroos were forced to come from behind on several occasions against the Kiwis at the home of Leeds United in what was their toughest fixture of the tournament, so far by a considerable margin. Ultimately, Cameron Murray's smash and grab try in the 54th minute proved enough for Mal Meninga's side to book their spot at Old Trafford next weekend as they seek to defend the title they won in 2013 and again in 2017. Here are the highlights.
So here we go, first semi-final of the Rugby League World Cup. The last time these sides played at Elland Road, 2005, in fact the only time, from the World Cup. Papali'i shorts on eBay within the hour. Make a bid. Brown's kick will come down right on the goal line. The Kiwis have got the first try. Hughes tripped over his own feet. Cleary, Hunt, Bomb, the Fox is on the run, here comes Adoka! It's one of the great rugby league tries! Josh Adoka! Wow! The fastest man on the planet! Caught, but only just. 5 tackles up. Grant to Cleary, fired across, beautiful footwork, Whiten, Mano, what a pass to Holmes! Oh, Jack Whiten. Now Brown, Papali'i, Nicholas looks up, all-line ball, Militalo, big stride, back inside to Brown! Ronaldo! Australia with a restart, and Murray straight from it. New Zealand bundied off. They just weren't seconds away from getting to the theatre of dreams. It's been an amazing test match, and Australia have beaten New Zealand.
West Tigers hold high hopes for young PNG winger Jimmy Nutlig, who scored 2 tries against Wales in the World Cup, including one of the best solo efforts of the tournament. The 21-year-old is currently contracted to West Magpies in the New South Wales Cup, but will train with the Tigers' top squad when he returns to Sydney and may force his way into the NRL in the next 18 months. Young Nutlig's recent strong performance at the RLWC 21 has strengthened his claim for a West Tigers debut soon. West Tigers coach Tim Sheen started on the trend of bringing Islander wingers into the game when he signed unknown Fijian Noah Nadruku in the 1990s at Canberra and knows how potent the spectacular speedsters can be. Sheen told Wide World of Sports said Nutlig's got a lot of pace and they will monitor him closely this season. Fiji's most decorated Sevens player Jerry Tuai is currently on a sabbatical from playing, but does not mean he's doing nothing. Tuai is on a special mission to look for under-20 players to go and play in the upcoming Oceania Sevens tournament in Brisbane, Australia.
According to Fiji Village News, Fiji Rugby Sevens coach Ben Gollings has tasked Sevens superstar Jerry Tuai to hunt for the next generation of Sevens players to be included in the national Sevens team to the Oceania Rugby Sevens tournament in Australia next month. Tuai hopes the under-20 players can make it into the wider squad.
Not just me, but most clubs in Fiji and selectors for Fiji Rugby have been looking for young boys that can be the potential of the future of Fiji Rugby. And yeah, scouting will carry on from in every day, in every tournament. So yeah, it's a good thing that players and individual, they train well and play well, so they can be picked in the national teams.
Tuwai says he's thankful to Coach Gollings for giving him the role because it enhances his understanding of the game. He said he's not the only one scouting for the future stars of Fiji rugby.
When we pick players like that, we look at their position and what they can do with their position and the role that align with their position and a capability of an individual to blend and play as a team.
The Olympic gold medalist and Sevens champions Fiji will be taking part in the Oceania Sevens tournament against other marquee seven playing nations, New Zealand, Australia, Samoa and PNG, which has been confirmed for the 19th to the 20th of November 2022 at the Redcliffe Dolphin Stadium in Brisbane. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Prime Minister James Marape is the new patron for the Royal Port Moresby Golf Club. The Prime Minister accepted the invitation on Thursday evening, the 10th of November, when officially unveiling the club's new look, kiosk and drink station.
Royal Port Moresby Golf Club President Ian Odge, when commenting on the facility, paid tribute to the late Sir Michael Somare, who conducted the groundbreaking for the club 47 years ago and as patron up until it had reached its current royal status. He also paid tribute to past president and life member Stan Walker. He then invited Prime Minister to be patron of the golf club. When accepting the invitation, a surprised Prime Minister Marape said he was humbled to be accorded the special designation.
I was surprised that you asked me to be patron, a task that I willingly and humbly accept, and I'll try my very best to honor the club. I just want to also thank Jocelyn, the current management and board that is leading Royal Port Moresby Golf Club at the moment. I will not say much. This is very important. I bring to you commitment of the National Gaming Board in a 3-year program leading up to 2025. As part of having mentioned, St. Michael, 2025 we'll be celebrating 50 years of independence. And we will put a program for all the important facets of our country, our economy, our sports. We have activities that will be geared up towards having a good celebration in 2025.
Prime Minister Marape thanked South Pacific Brewery and international energy company Total for their sponsorship of the new facility, giving the club its new look. The Prime Minister also committed 1 million kina annually over 3 years in sponsorship to the Royal Port Moresby Golf Club until year 2025. Meanwhile, SP Brewery Managing Director Ed Wegmans said the company had always maintained its support over the years and pledged to do the same for many years to come.
SP Brewery has been committed to the Royal Port Moresby Golf Club for a very long time, and we will be committed to this same club for a very long time to come. And this is this venue here is part of a collaboration. Of course, it is ultimately designed to sell some product.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that ends the news tonight. Remember to apply the following simple measures to prevent the transmission of the coronavirus. Regularly wash your hands with soap and water, cough or sneeze into your elbow, and exercise social distancing. If you are feeling sick, please stay at home. You can also call the COVID-19 hotline number for more information or assistance. Thank you for your company. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.